So Ian, it's an absolute pleasure to give Truffle Asset Management the best asset manager in the SA multi-asset low equity category. As you know, Truffle's been a partner of us for a very long time, so it's a real pleasure handing you over this award. My first question just around Truffle as an asset manager. To me, through our qualitative process, we know that you have one of the best and stable teams. What is your secret in terms of building and sustaining a sustainable award-winning team?
So from a team perspective, creating a cohesive unit, I think, is a combination of many factors. One is, I guess, the remuneration and creating an environment for people to be rewarded for their achievements. But I think the other one is creating a place where there's meaning. And what we do, giving clients and I guess people the connection between what we do and what clients get at the end of the day. And I think that's what we try and do, but also combining career development and job satisfaction with many of our staff. And I think we've been able to do that also because we've been a growing business. And when you grow, I suppose you create opportunities for people to become better and to achieve more. And I think people get that sense of satisfaction. And I also think we've got a very flat structure and culture, which makes it a nice place to work where all voices are heard and where we encourage participation. And I think that makes for a better debate. And at the end of the day, what are we trying to achieve? We're trying to get the best ideas into a forum where clients get the benefit of those best outcomes. And I think at the end of the day, that's really what it's about, is intellectual honesty and creating an environment where the best is put forward and the egos are left at home. And I think we've sort of tried to do that, and I guess that's why our team has been relatively a lot more stable than perhaps some of our peers.
Truffle's origins are in the equity space, and you've won in a category where you require more diversified skill sets, both in asset allocation, the fixed income side. And in terms of our award, it's based on 30 measures, most of them being risk adjusted. So what does it mean to you to actually win an award in the low equity category?
Yeah. So I think it's great because at the end of the day, we distill it back down to some of the basics. And some of our basic principles are really around trying to improve the odds for our clients of achieving their outcomes. And one of the biggest points of departure that we've learned is to make sure that we do our best not to lose capital. So in other words, look for opportunities where there's as much asymmetry or skew to the upside as possible. And often what that does is it helps you get a sense of where relative value lies between not just the asset classes, but within the asset classes and the securities, and being able to achieve those good outcomes in real terms that our clients require, often means it's also about what you don't own as opposed to what you do own. And I think it's that constant process of just obsessing about not losing capital and reducing risk while at the same time focusing on generating those real outcomes that our clients are looking for. So I think it's that probably focus on downside risk and taking out risks that we think we can diversify out in the portfolio, and being rewarded for the risks that we think we're being paid for. So I think it's that, and it comes through in every single security or asset class. It doesn't matter if it's a fixed income instrument, if it's a property stock, or if it's an equity. I think the philosophy and the focus is the same. The first step is not to lose money, and if there is a chance, even in the base case that our base case is wrong, we will look to try and remove, I guess, investments to securities where we feel that there is that potential of an extreme downside outcome. And over time, I think if you do that, you get a portfolio that's more robust and has a better chance of delivering what's written on the tin.
I think this is a great example of how our qualitative views align so well with what has been this quantitative outcome and the measurement in the Diamond Awards, and a great example of Truffle winning this award.
INN8 is a registered trademark of Stanlib Wealth Management Pty Limited, an authorised financial services provider.